Alright, hello. It's been 4 days that I didn't make tell a story again. So right now, 25 July 2026, 8 p.m. in Indonesia, my mom's house. Yes, and the title, The Career Fair. Yusuf had rehearsed his introduction so many times. The not before that it no longer sounded like real words, just a string of memorized sounds he wasn't sure he could reproduce under pressure. Hi, my name is Yusuf. I'm a second year computer science student and I'm passionate about Hidu rehearsed rehearsed like that exact in front of his mirror at least 20 times and standing now in the crowded fair hall career fair hall surrounded by polished boots and confident looking students in blazer. Every word he practiced him to evaporate completely. You look like you're about to walk into a final exam, said a voice beside him. A girl from his data structures class, Amina, stood there, holding a stack of neatly organized resume, looking considerably calmer than Yusuf felt. That would honestly be easier, Yusuf admit. At this exam don't require me to talk to a stranger about myself. First boot is always the worst. Amina said, pick an easy one to practice on. Somewhere you are not that interest in working. Just warm up. Spotted a booth near the back with a shorter line, representing a mid-sized logistic company he knew almost nothing about. Reasoning it was low stakes enough to fail quietly. He joined the line, rehearsing his opening line one final time under his breath. When his turn came, he stepped forward, extended his hand, and immediately fumbled the handshake entirely, catching the recruiter fingers instead of her palm. Sorry. Hi, I'm Yusuf. Second computer. I mean, I'm a computer science second year, and I'm. He stopped completely. He stopped, feeling his face heat up. The rehearsed sentence completely collapsing under real pressure. The recruiter, a woman probably in her 30s, smiled warmly. Instead of looking patient, take a breath, she said. Nobody's grading you on the first 10 seconds. Try again, slower this time. Yusuf exhaled, slowly, embarrassed but grateful for the small mercy. I am a second year computer science student. He tried again, more carefully. I am interested in learning more about opportunity in your industry. Better, she said. Better. Nodding, nodding encouragingly. I completely fumbled my very first career fair conversation 2 years ago. Called the recruiter by the wrong company name for almost a few minutes before anyone correct me. Yusuf laughed despite his embarrassment, some of the tension in his shoulder finally easing. That's oddly comforting. It should be, despite and nobody actually expect a perfect first impression. We mostly just want to see genuine interest, not flawless delivery. They talk about another 5 minutes, longer than Yusuf expect, discussing his coursework, a small coding project he'd built the previous semester, and what kinds of internship opportunity her company typically offered to students still early in their degree. By the end of the conversation, Yusuf realized he'd stopped rehearsing rehearsing sentence in his head entirely, just talking naturally about something he actually cared about. Here, she said, handing him a business card. Email me your resume this week. I'd like to pass it along to our internship coordinator. Yusuf thanked her, still slightly stunned, and stepped away from the booth, feeling considerably lighter than when he joined the line. He found Amina near the coffee station 20 minutes later, comparing notes on which boots, boot, boot had the friendliest recruiter, which seemed impossibly intimidating. How'd the practice boot go? She asked. Actually, really well, Yusuf admitted, still slightly surprised himself. I completely fumbled the handshake and forgot my own rehearsed introduction halfway through. But somehow it still worked out. That's usually how it goes. Amina said, checking her own qualification against a job posting on her phone. Recruiter aren't actually expecting perfect speech. Most of them just want to know you are genuinely interested and willing to try, even if you are nervous. With renewed confidence, Yusuf approached 3 more booths that afternoon. Its conversation a little smoother than last. His rehearsed sentence gradually replaced by something closer to actual, comfortable conversation. He never fully lost the nervous flutter in his chest before each new introduction, but he learned, boot by boot, that the flutter didn't have to control the outcome the way he'd originally feared. That evening, drafting his resume, email to the logistic recruiter, Yusuf thought about how differently the day had started, how certain he'd been that a single fumble handshake would define the entire afternoon. Instead, it had simply been the awkward, necessary first step towards something considerably more comfortable. He hit send on the email, then opened his laptop calendar and marked next year's career fair with a note to himself. Skip the rehearsed speech. Just talk. It works better anyway. Love sharing that one. And whenever you're ready, I'm here and listening. It works better anyway. It's listen. That's it. Thank you.